Yo. This your boy Sam with the Listen Up podcast. And man, look at here.
What's happening, man?
I did not see that coming. I did not see that coming. FSU is getting drugged by SMU currently. I decided to start the pod a little early so that means I can get me some sleep tomorrow. I can sleep in tomorrow. There's no reason to prolong the inevitable, you know what I'm saying? So I'm here, I'm joined by Brian, Vanglorious. For
What's
all the
going
good
on,
people.
man?
I appreciate
oh,
y'all coming through. How you feeling though, man? Let's get into that. How you feeling?
um, okay. Well, first of all, I'm going to blame you, right? Let me tell you why I'm blaming you.
Mm-hmm. Don't blame the millionaires. Don't blame the people getting paid
No,
by FSU
no,
to coach
no,
football. Don't blame
no.
the players that's getting
Tell you,
played. But
tell you
let's
why.
let's
Let me
start.
tell you.
Let's start with Sam. Let's start with Sam.
Okay, I'm gonna tell you why I blame you. Like I knew this was, I didn't know to this degree, but I knew the outcome was gonna be what I want. But I chose to believe the lie that you put on there talking about I think FSU win by 8, and I knew
Mhm.
better. I knew
Right,
better,
right.
but I chose to believe that lie. And
Hmm.
this is the thanks I get. This right here has told me everything I need to know. So when I see you next time, Samuel,
You
it's
seeing
on.
me right now?
No, no,
Hey, what do you mean?
live, face to face. I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna get you for what you did to me. But no, in all seriousness, man. I, remember, this is it's year 5, man. Feels like year 1 and 2,
Mm.
and you you told me, and I'll add my own little twist on it, but you get it, you get a chance to fix something that you didn't break, but you usually don't get a chance to fix what you
And
broke.
and you are back.
I'm just saying, man. Like I'm looking at dude, man, and I just don't. It just seems like, man, this cat is really just vibing. Like he doesn't know what. I think he's lost, and I think his players kind of sense it, and they play accordingly.
I don't think he's man. I don't think he's lost. I think they have a plan. I think the problem is they're not talented. They're not
Well,
talented.
that's. But here's the thing. That's what I'm saying, though, right? Okay,
No, when you're saying they're lost, you're making it sound like they have a bad game plan when they come into these games, or he
no,
doesn't know what he's doing. They don't have talent.
no, but that's my point. I'm not making it sound like they don't have a game plan. What I'm saying is, here's the thing we think we can do. Now we can't do it, and this is like, yes, he's trying to win ball games, but at the same time, what he's also trying not to do is get a 50 burger put on it by a team that this is the first year up in Power 5, Power 4 level. And that's what I'm saying. Like, he doesn't know how to get any kind of consistency, it seems like. And it seems like these players are feeding off of that uncertainty.
Yeah, I mean, I think he just got bad players. I think they've done a terrible job developing players. I think they've done a terrible job evaluating the roster that they had and what they needed to put on this roster. And I think at the end of the day, I think this is Katie bar the door. I think we can wrap this season up because I and I know people keep talking about, play the young guys, but I mean, I just don't think they're very talented. I just don't think they're a very talented roster. I think they got some NFL guys here, but they don't have top 5, top 10 talent on this roster at all.
No.
Um, Whenever a team want to fight back, they have no will to fight back.
Yeah.
Um, they play hard sometimes, but they don't play hard consistently. They don't strain every down and play like, bro. And I'm not even trying to be really stick the knife in that deep, but like when I watch Colorado play, like them that defense plays hard. Like they give up plays, but man, they play They play hard. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
It doesn't.
It's as cliche as it
They
sounds, man. Like that
lack.
believe thing, right?
They yeah. They lack a belief. They lack a. They lack a determination. They just lack so much of stuff that you would think in year 5 in your program you would just have. You know what I'm saying? They
Yeah.
just don't have that. And they're a bunch of front runners. When things are going good, they all about it. But then as soon as it come time to play hard and give everything you got, they don't want to do it. You know what I'm
And
saying?
yeah, and a good point was we just came back and we ended up scoring, right?
Yeah.
28-16. And then we got defense got a 3-and-out.
Right.
And then they got the face mask on the face mask penalty on the on punt cover. And then SMU got the ball back, and then just chunk play after chunk play after chunk play.
Right.
And that was a time right then and there to kind of use old coach speak, pin your ears back and all this other stuff, bow your neck, all them other good cliches or whatever, and just be like, hey, we got that 3-and-out before, let's do it. And I think that's like you said, I think they did a terrible job of evaluating and then roster assimilation as well. But I mean, they don't believe in anything, it seems like, man. And I can't really fault defense because I mean you just got a
I
3-and-out.
can. I can. I
Well,
can fault the
I'm
defense.
talking about in this particular situation.
Right. But I mean, okay, so you got you got a 3-and-out. Okay, what does that mean?
Yeah,
It's okay to let them go down the field
yeah,
again on the next drive? Like, I mean,
yeah, yeah. But you can see. But I mean, this also goes back to the point where
bro, I'm
there.
watching Georgia right now.
Yeah,
Georgia was down 30 to whatever.
30-7.
That defense never stopped playing hard. Now they might have been getting out schemed, but they never stopped playing hard.
Yeah.
They
Well,
they they were straining to get back into the game.
hey man,
FS,
hey, that's culture, man.
FSU has, well, whatever that means, I guess. You had it, you lost it, you got it, you lost it, you have it, it's gone. The momentum. Remember, they had the momentum,
Yeah,
they lost the
momentum.
momentum. They got a
Both
safety, they
coaches.
got a momentum on the safety, then they lost the momentum after halftime. I mean,
Yeah.
all
Yeah.
these all these fun words. These are all fun words.
Yep.
And it doesn't equate to anything unless players are executing, man. And I
Yeah.
think that's the biggest deal. They don't execute. They don't
Yeah.
execute. They
Yeah.
don't do the little things, man. They just do not do the little things.
Yeah, man.
And
It's
I think B Gang said it right. It's easy scheme against FSU. And it seems that way. Offenses have a
yeah.
clear view of what they want to do of attack against the defense, and defenses have a clear view of what they want to do against the offense at all times. So
Yeah, because
uh,
there's nothing hidden on either one of those things, right?
right.
Yeah, it's not anything like, okay, if it looks like pressure coming, we're sending pressure. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? Like, and we're showing where the pressure is coming from.
Right.
And I just, yeah, man, again, man, I don't, it just feels like this staff, man, just looks absolutely like they don't believe that there isn't another gear. And my friend, like, this is it.
Right.
It's like they don't
Yeah.
believe that.
Right. I think yeah, man, they just a bad football team, man. This is a
Yeah.
bad. I mean, I know it's a bad football team, right? I knew they was going to get out talented by Clemson coming up and, Miami
Yeah.
and
Now
but they
Florida.
don't seem they're not talented enough to out talent bad teams. They are a bad
Yeah.
team. They are a bad team.
Yeah.
Yeah, they are a bad team.
And that's scary. And that's scary to me. That's scary to me because, like, it's scary in a sense where you don't have the talent, right? To out talent like bad teams, at least enough to where it to be like, okay, whew, we gonna blow these cats out.
Right.
But I don't coaching wise, you ain't got, in my opinion, you ain't got the acumen
Nah.
to do it either.
Nah.
So that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. It's scary.
I think I am gonna get onto this. I got some time tonight, so I can talk about how we got to this point. You know what I'm saying? I think I can get to this point.
Yeah.
I think the biggest problem FSU had was it's a lot of smoke and mirrors with this program, and it's been a lot of smoke and mirrors with this program for a couple years now. And when I did the whole fire Mike Norvell spaces and everything, a lot of people got mad about that. And my uncle told me, he said, "Man, you was only 2 years too early. You should have waited. If you just would have waited, you know what I'm saying." But I think the biggest problem with them was there's a lot of like false bravado with the coaching staff and the way the programs ran, in my opinion. The kids
Yeah.
work hard, but I don't think Mike holds the coaches
No.
to the same standard that he holds the players, right? So
No.
you're constantly asking for all this improvement from the players, right? Like this is what Mike does. He asks for a shit ton of buy-in and improvement from players, right? But I don't think you're actually asking that from the coaches when it comes to development, recruiting. Like it can never be okay when you're missing out on linebackers and you're missing out on wide receivers and you're missing out on quarterbacks. Like you shouldn't have had to go in a portal for a DJU, right? You should at year 5, you should have guys that you believe in that can play quarterback, right?
Yeah.
Even if you go look at USC, and I'm not saying USC is some standard bearer for great football and everything, but Riley Moss is a competent quarterback that can run Lincoln Riley's system. You know what I'm saying? He's not a first round quarterback. He's not going to be some high draft pick. He's just a guy that can run Lincoln Riley's system, right? They
Yeah.
brought guys in there to transfer in there, but he got a guy that could completely, you know. But with Mike, it's been smoke and mirrors. Fisk was really good. Fisk was a really good defensive lineman, D tackle. But none of these other D tackles play like Fisk as far as using their hands. And Jacobs went through this like over and over again. So everything has just been patchwork, patchwork, patchwork. And sometimes, man, when you creating all this steam and you plugging holes to keep the steam in, eventually it pops. And I just think this
Yeah.
year it has popped.
Yeah.
It has popped. You know what I'm saying? And it's not because FSU wasn't invested. And I think that's the most important part because I think with Jimbo and Willie, I felt like FSU didn't have the investment in order for them to be successful. Not saying now both of them played their part into FSU's failure. Also, I'm not saying they didn't; they did play
Yeah.
their part. But there's been hell of investment with FSU with Mike Norvell. Hell of investment, a lot of patience, and I think overall this staff is not good at evaluating. They're not good at evaluating talent, man. They're just not. And people can name all those transfers, and that's fine. But you're gonna name me 4 transfers when you brought in almost 80 players, 90 players, 100 players into this program. Like, if you're a good evaluator of talent, you're gonna have 4 to 5 dominant players at a program like FSU. You're gonna have 4 or 5 dominant players every year. You're gonna have those guys waiting to come play. FSU don't have that. They don't have that because they're not good at evaluating and they're not good at developing. Like they guys might lift weights, they might be a little stronger, but they're not developing players, man. And next year's gonna be worse because the offensive line is gonna be worse. And it's bad this year, but it's gonna be worse next year. And the
Yeah.
quarterback position is gonna be worse next year. So, you know, Katie barred the door. You know what I'm saying? At this point, you're basically waiting to buy him out. I mean, you're waiting. At this point, you're on the ride for what's going to be a terrible ride of FSU doing a lot of losing, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It was a
And
mistake to give him that contract without making him make serious moves on that staff. Okay, Mike, I'll give you $10 million, but you need to hire some recruiters. You need to hire some of this and some of that. You know what I'm saying? You can't keep your friends like you can't. And then as a head coach, like I'm saying with Norvell, you should never be okay with your staff missing on that many players. You're watching Travis Hunter. I mean, this dude is fiddling with it like he's up for the Heisman. Like he's worth 3 games a year for Colorado. Those are he wins them 3 extra games per year just because he's Travis Hunter. Imagine if you had that. he would be worth 3 games at FSU right now. You
Yeah,
know, so
yeah,
you're stuck in an ugly place with FSU with Mike
yeah,
Norvell, man. And I don't know how you change that. And people can, I don't know, man. I don't want to keep rambling, but FSU basically got here by smoking mirrors and fool's gold the last 2 years. And I think
yeah,
you
yeah,
can't program without doing hard evaluations, man,
yeah.
every year.
And the funky thing about this thing is you hit on that, and I didn't really want to like go there just because I'm a firm believer, man. Like you say stuff out loud, it's got a better chance of happening. I'm just one of those people. But this this is we're in a bad spot, man. We're in a bad spot. I mean, you're talking about year one of an 8-year contract at 10 million per,
Mm,
and you basically, I mean, to your point was we got beat to sleep. We got by 60 points. And your head coach said there was absolutely nothing that needed to change.
right.
And that's the mindset that we went into the spring. And I mean, so the question is like, talk about how, not even the question, but talk about how we got here. I mean, it could go back to like day one when we made the conscious decision to bring a staff that had like your Florida ties were Odell and Dugans. Like that was it.
Right. And Odell's a laser recruiter. Everybody
Yeah,
knows that. He's a
yeah.
laser recruiter. You know,
And,
he gets
and,
some free. He gonna get whoever wants to come to FSU. That's who he's gonna get. But
yeah,
he's not
like
gonna coach. He's not gonna recruit above. He's not gonna get in a fight to get the big time players,
yeah,
man. You
he's
know,
not gonna he's not gonna recruit above the beyond the couch,
right?
and and that's just it. And at some point in time, man, and this is where again we're like I worry about this whole thing is like now we're gonna see about what our the athletic our athletic director um everybody loves and sing praises. We're gonna see what he's about now,
Yeah.
because
And I tell you something else, dude. It was a loaded year in high school with wide receivers, and you didn't get one of them guys.
bruh,
Cam Coleman, Ryan Williams, Jeremiah Smith. I mean, go down a line, dude. I'm talking. It was a special year with wide receivers.
and not a one.
Not one guy after you did won 23 games
Yeah,
in 2 years.
and at some point in time, man, like, and I think, like, I really think I don't. Before I was like, okay, you wipe the slate clean, get a whole new staff, yada yada. I don't necessarily even believe that. I don't necessarily
Yeah.
even believe that because I just, man, it's. I mean, these coaches are who they are, right?
Yeah.
And if they believe in they believe in their processes, like we talked about last time, where they believe in their processes, and it's just, man, FSU. I don't understand why we basically went back to back G5 coaches.
I mean, let's just get beside the point. How do you not have enough talent to beat SMU? How is SMU putting a number on you like that? How are they doing that?
Well,
How?
well, but we just talked to it. Like this is the first time that this guy is like he's at the top of the food chain at this level, and
Yeah.
it's easy to say, hey, this is a bad situation. So you're going to get like you got credit for going 5-7 after a 3-6 year.
Right.
You got credit for that. Then you went 10-3.
Right.
Boom. Then you went 13-0. Boom, buddy. What are you going to do next? You got to go 10, 11, and whatever again.
Right.
That's what you do. And like this isn't Memphis where, and no disrespect, because
No disrespect.
you know,
Disrespect.
well, like all G5s aren't built the same. So
Yeah, they are.
like,
They are built the same.
what I'm saying is Memphis is going to they're going to be like they're going to be better than others in their conference, and you're going to win 10, 11 games just because you had Memphis, because that's tradition they did. Well, guess what? And I told you this before. Everybody talks junk about the ACC, but guess what? There's some pretty good coaches here. They catch up to stuff. I mean, especially if you don't have a complex offense and you don't
Right.
recruit worth a damn.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, this is the biggest problem with FSU is like you haven't been recruiting really well. And see, when everybody, what's funny is I kept making this complaint the last couple of years about the offense. I'm like, it's really not a dynamic offense. Not really scheme guys open this offense, And then my bonus son was like, man, you know something? Now that I look back on it, every time we made a special play, it's because Jordan Travers was like running out of sacks and stuff. I'm like, yeah, it's all starting to make sense now, don't it?
And then, okay, let's talk about that. Okay. I understand that you have a certain type of quarterback.
Right.
That you want.
Right.
But you want to have a bridge year because you believe basically the one guy, even though you whiffed on every quarterback that you brought in to this point, you believe that this guy that you got in here is going to be that guy.
Right.
So you telling me, and you've seen what your O-line has been. So you go and get possibly the most immobile quarterback that you could possibly find.
Right.
To get behind that line.
Right.
So I don't understand that. I understand that, a bridge here. And I really don't really understand that, but I'm just saying, okay, that makes a lot more sense than getting an immobile quarterback.
Right.
Regardless if you had 30 minutes of eligibility or 3 years of eligibility. I don't care. Like there's a guy sitting, he processes slow. He has a big windup.
Right.
And he's not mobile. And you have a rags to riches kind of ragtag offensive line.
Right.
Why on earth would you go get this individual?
He said he talking about trim the fat. Tay G talking about trim the fat. I'm like, yeah, the DJU, he's most of the fat on the roster. Like
I'm just saying, like I'll never understand. And this is just being a fan that's venting because they know what they want to do. I'm not saying they necessarily know what they're doing. They know more football than me. I'm just saying.
Do they? Do they know?
No,
I'm just saying. I'm just saying, do they?
Yeah, I'm just saying. I just don't understand that.
Right.
That makes that one little piece, amongst other, is just one of the things I'm just like, I don't get it.
Bro, it's so funny because they had Quincy Avery on the timeline earlier. Demetrius and all the, and they had a quarterback. I think it was Brock something from I forgot what it came from. Anyway,
the Matt Mosmer, the guy at he's at Minnesota now.
Yeah, in Minnesota. Look pretty good. I mean, can move around, throw the ball. And, they tried to call Norvell to say, get this guy. You know what I'm saying? Then you got guys like Malik Murphy, of course. McCord was another one. All these quarterbacks to me, I ain't saying they're better than DJU, but I think you could have done more with them than what you can do with DJU. And I always thought DJU was trash. People, I was trying to say maybe might know something I don't. And me, I'm one of the people that if you win double-digit games, I try to give you the benefit of the doubt. I try to be like, hey, this coach win double-digit games. That's really hard to do. But at this point, I just don't know, man. I think there's a bad spot. And I just don't know how you fire coaches when I really believe that you're the problem. I think the head coach is the problem. I keep coming back to that.
And this is the funny thing because you, for any chance you get, you be like, oh, Mike Brian's trying to fire Mike Norvell. Like,
no, you are. No, you are.
No,
you don't want to stand in it. You don't want to stand in your truth.
No, what I'm saying, I know you can't fire him right now.
But you standing in your truth though. You don't want to stand in your truth. You keep insinuating.
I know. Oh, hold on. I've seen this movie before. I know how it ends.
You want him to go. You want him to go.
Well, I think here's what I think. I think both parties need a fresh start because
it's abusive. The relationship is abusive.
But I told you this a couple years ago, and like in the when we talked, I said he was a dude that will get us to turn it around, but he won't be the person, I don't believe, to elevate us up, to do all these things.
Yeah.
But he messed around and stayed too long,
Right.
because
It,
now it's one thing, man, and this is what I fear too, that
hey, he not getting exposed anymore. He is exposed. Just take the getting off of that.
I I just think that um, with you fixing something that was broken and then you break it again, I fear that who's going to take that on?
I think, I always say this, that the easiest job is to take over the shitty job, right?
Yep.
Because any marginal improvement that you make, everybody thinks you're doing a great job, right? It's like the NFL. And I said the same thing about Doug Peterson. I was like, the easiest thing for Doug Peterson to do is take over a 1-in-15, 1-in-16 team and become an 8-8, 9-8 team, right? That's
Yeah.
the easiest step to make. The hardest step to make is going from 9 wins to 13 wins in NFL and be a real contender. In college football, and I keep saying this about college football, it don't take that long to be if you're a great program like a Florida State or Florida or Miami, it don't take no 4 and 5 years to put a competent product out there that should be able to win 10 games in a shitty conference. This is a shitty conference. You should be able to roll out of bed with enough talent and win 10 games. You should be able to roll out of bed and win 10 games every year.
But
I mean,
but this is what
but
this what FSU does though.
but when you're recruiting out of Idaho and Arizona,
I re- I'm I remember, man, like
I bet Colorado got more Florida kids and Georgia kids with 18 than FSU does. Like, where
um
did you get Kyle Morlock from? Why is he here?
well, okay, all right.
How many passes do Kyle Morlock need to drop before he never sees the
So,
field
okay,
again?
so no, it's funny. I'm not gonna get on that particular interview, but somebody was talking to me one time, and he was just like, "You keep on saying short of college, but yada yada yada." But I was like, "Well, it'd be different if he was 6'1" when he got shorter, and then blew up to 6'6", and you were like, "Okay, let's try." But he was 6'5" when he got
Right,
there.
right.
Like,
Yeah.
what did you? Okay, that's that's what I'm saying. It's like day one when we talked about, like, hey man, look at, it's like they took that same mentality where they came from, but to your point, maybe it's the head guy. Um, that the underdog story, man. It's like it's it's all right to get the beauty queen of, like, it's all right to get the homecoming queen.
Man, this dude is terrible. I mean, Mike Norvell is terrible. I mean, he allowed these guys to recruit these shitty players, and then he allowed them to develop these shitty players into being shitty players.
Yes, and
You
and to
know?
your point, you made a great point about he's not holding like the staff to the same standard. At least that's what it appears to be, because there's
Yeah.
no way that your linebacker room and your defensive tackle room looks like that. There's
Yeah.
no way.
And it only gets harder from here because Tennessee is a juggernaut now. I mean, they're not a juggernaut, but they're so competent.
They
Tennessee's really, really competent.
but they're getting there. They're
And you
getting there.
got and you
Playing
got
deep.
Alabama. You got Alabama doing what they just did today. Georgia, Florida's gonna get a new head coach. Miami. Miami's doing what they're supposed to be doing.
Yeah,
It's just gonna keep getting harder. It's not gonna get easier. So
yeah.
this is a unmitigated disaster.
And what's going to be even worse now about all the people that you're naming is Auburn's going to stay shitty, but Hugh Freeze is still going to be beating you in recruiting.
What the thing I would say about Hugh Freeze and Auburn, if he get through this year, if he can find a quarterback for next year, that's a good football team. I'm not even joking. Like, they
Yeah,
got enough talent. They just need a
they're not bad.
quarterback. Yeah, they're
Yeah,
a quarterback away. And I think the more upsetting thing is because Texas and Oklahoma is now in the SEC. Now they kind of in your footprint
yeah,
when it comes to recruiting. I mean, which they, Texas is always going to get who they want, but now they're
Well,
really in your footprint. You know what I'm saying? Now they can really say, hey, we play these Southern schools now. You're gonna be able to come see a kid when we play Alabama and Auburn and Ole Miss and Florida,
yeah,
the Florida Gators and stuff like that in Georgia. So
yeah.
um
So I mean,
this is a travesty. This is a travesty. This is sad stuff. This is
so,
depressing.
so can you afford, like that said, can you afford to keep it?
Mike, I
Yeah,
thought well, I think you gotta at least keep him for at least 2 more years.
yeah.
I mean, you gotta keep him for 2 more years, right?
Do you keep same staff?
You're gonna have to. I mean, they're gonna replace the staff people, but that's not gonna like. Is he gonna get rid of Fuller? I don't think so. Right? He's gonna keep Fuller. He's gonna get rid of assistant coaches, guys that he don't have like great ties to, like Randy Shannon, and he might get rid of Shannon. He might get rid of Dugans. I don't think. I don't know. I don't think. I think he's gonna get rid of maybe one or two coaches, but that ain't
Yeah.
gonna be enough.
Well,
That's not.
well, who? Okay, let's do this real quick. Let's just do like we're gonna do like 0 to absolutely no way 10 to be like put your Christmas tree out there in the corner. Who like who, which coach do you think is gonna go? Like, okay, Atkins, which he's not.
If he's smart, he'll get rid of Shannon, the tight ends coach Thompson. He'll get rid of Shannon,
Randy's at 9.
Thompson.
Thompson's like at a 6 or 7.
If he was smart, I would get rid of Fuller, Thompson, Shannon. I would get rid of the running backs coach.
Yak,
Yeah, and the reason why I would get rid of
because
Yak is because
he don't.
your running back coach, you should be getting the best running backs in the country at Florida State. You should be an outstanding recruiter at that position. You're not an outstanding recruiter. You're just grabbing 3 stars and telling me they're going to be great.
But but here's what's happening. Like Yak has a 4. He's at a 4 of getting 5
No,
because
no, I get what you're saying, but my thing is that position is not being maximized. That's my
I
point.
I'll agree with you. I'm just saying
Right.
he got him from Tennessee,
Okay.
and he's
You asked me what I would do. I'm just
no
saying
no
what I
no.
what
I
I would
no.
do.
What I asked you was like out of all these coaches, what rate them 0 to 10, or which one you think got like the chances of them being
I
let
don't think
go?
none of them. I don't. I think only 2 coaches on the staff got a chance of really being fired. I really do. I don't think it's going to be this
And
big overhaul that everybody thinks.
Randy and who else?
I think Randy, and I think maybe the Thompson guy, Thompson, the tight ends coach.
All right.
That's what I think is going to happen. I don't think it's going to be this upheaval of movement. I just don't.
No.
If he was smart, he would go give that dude that offensive coordinator from UNLV a shit ton of money. If he was smart, get that offensive coordinator from UNLV, that Brandon Mary, that go offense, bring his ass over here, right? So you can develop a real passing game, right? Go get you an NFL defensive coordinator or somebody that's a linebacker coach or a secondary coach of the NFL. Somebody that can call defense, that understands defense, that can scheme, that can change the defense within weeks. Like that guy Colorado guy, man, that dude,
Yeah.
these guys, it's crazy to me that I watch Colorado and I'm thinking, damn, I
After what
wish
we
we had a
saw
little bit of that. I wish we
after
had a little bit of that.
last year. After what we saw last year.
Yeah, I would hire Brandon Marion. Yeah, and I would give him my offense. I would say, man, take the whole offense over. I would go and I would find me somebody in the NFL. Like I'll go get somebody like Derek Ainsley that said, I think he at Green Bay right now, coaching under LaFleur. I think he a passing game defense coordinator right now. I will go get somebody like that. I will go get me some NFL people that can, because you need to be able to coach. They're not good coaches. They're not good coaches.
And they're making
They're
a
just not.
lot
They're
of money.
not good coaches, man. I can't stress this shit enough. They're not tricking anybody. Everybody knows the Will Riders coming. Okay. The counter is no longer fooling people.
Oh my gosh! But here's the thing. What's really the biggest slap in the face is to watch SMU run the counter on us.
Yeah. So,
I was sitting there watching that, and he was like, "Oh, look at this counter, and it's great." I was just like, "What?"
and I want to say this, man. I know Mike's gonna go in there and uh, stand
Great,
up there and take the blame. He's
great
gonna
speech. He's gonna give us a great speech.
he's gonna say, I hold myself accountable, and it starts with me. But we have to start with firing people.
Yes.
I need him to come in the press conference and say, you know what? I'm gonna start with firing people today. So, so- I don't need it to start with you. I need it to start with people losing their damn job. That's what I needed to do. I need people to start losing jobs. I need kids. See, people got mad at DM. He was throwing the kids under the bus and throwing coordinators under the bus. That's what
Come
I
on,
need. That's what
no,
I need. I
come
need
on,
that
dog.
type of energy. I need you to be like, you know what? I feel like my coach is quitting on me. I need you to get in the press conference and say that type of stuff. Hey, you know what? I feel like it's some quit in my program, and I'm gonna
Now,
start like how Antonio Pierce said. I think people making business decisions. I'm gonna start making some business decisions. I need that type of energy.
yeah. Now, I'm cool with you saying that. I feel like there's some quit in my program, but you can't be like, we're gonna start with firing people today. Like,
We gonna start with that. When they say, Sam, we need to start with firing people. So on Monday, expect some press releases. Expect some U-Hauls to be at the Morris Center. Expect people to be moving.
yeah, this was. I mean, I'm laughing,
I
but
want I
this
want a Godfather. I want the inner Godfather selling all family business, Michael Corleone style. I do renounce Satan type thing going on at the Morris Center on Monday.
man,
You cannot keep putting this product on the field, man. You can't do it, man. You can't do it. You can't do it.
it's man. This was bad, man. This was bad.
I got like another. I'm gonna go another. If anybody got any more questions, I'm gonna go another 5 minutes, man. And then I probably might do a spaces on Twitter if I can muster myself together. But yeah, no more. Yeah, man, this Polynesian crap going on in the program, man. No more Polynesians, Hawaiians.
Uh, no, Eric. Eric said, "Nah, we need to stop getting them Polynesians from Cali. I need them Utah Polynesians." He's like, we getting the wrong Polynesians. We need the ones from.
Oh, so I think somebody just asked. Hold on, let me go look at the next 4 games. Hold on,
Yeah,
let me
don't
see.
dog, don't,
Let me go.
don't.
Because I know we're finna get to the heart of the schedule now. So let me go
Yeah,
and let
because
me go.
we got to go see Manny in a minute.
FSU football schedule, man. 2024. Sorry
Yeah,
about
but
this.
yeah.
Bad podcasting right here. This is some bad podcasting.
Who said that?
Okay, so we got Clemson next. That's gonna be that might be get your book out, get your books out, start reading during the middle of the game. Clemson. That's gonna be, man. Let me
Yeah,
tell you something, man. That might get.
and Dabo gonna do it.
Yeah, he is. He got it
Yeah,
in him. Yeah,
Dabo gonna do it, man.
yeah, yeah. So that's
Because
gonna be disgusting.
because
Then you got Duke. So I think you'll take your lashes against Clemson. Which, knowing Norvell, he'll get them play really, really hard. They'll only lose by like 4 touchdowns against Clemson. So they'll be in the game until like the third quarter, 4 touchdowns.
nah, dog.
Then you got Duke, which you play at Duke. So knowing this lazy team, if they can keep DJU from the buffet table, I think Duke wins by a field goal.
But hold on, I'm be honest with you. I think Clemson's is DJ's last starting.
Okay. So they're gonna bring Broccoli in
Yeah,
against Duke,
that and but
and they'll play really, really hard, and they'll lose by a field goal.
okay.
They're not.
I'm only saying that to say that it don't matter if DJ at the buffet table or not.
Okay.
That's the only reason I was saying
But it's bad for morale because he won't let nobody else eat.
that.
Bad for morale.
DJ for that much time. You go eat your cornbread.
So, um, then you got Duke. I think you lose to Duke by a field goal. Some kind of way you lose to Duke by a field goal. Then you got Miami in Miami, which you're going to come out with a trick play. So you're going to score the first 7 points against Miami. After that, it's going to be Katie bar the door, 49 straight points.
Man, like
And
I'll
then
be
you got North Carolina. Now, the North Carolina game is interesting. I think you got a chance to win that game. And by
honest.
that point, in North Carolina, I think Matt Brown will, if we can make sure Matt Brown is still coaching that game, because I think it's a real chance he might be getting fired, resigning in the next 2 weeks. That's gonna be a Steve Spurrier situation at South Carolina where Steve was just like, you know what? I don't want to do it no more. Remember he did that shit like the middle of the season, like
You know what? Just not gonna do it anymore.
some good kids. I told them they deserve better than me. So I think that's coming down the pipe for Matt Brown, and then you got Notre Dame, and that's gonna be a Wale. That's gonna be, man. Whew, whew.
And what is so they're just like many of these teams, excluding Clemson, Miami, just really not that good. We're just bad.
Yeah, 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 really bad. Yeah, man. But so you get past that Notre Dame. I think they win. I think they win one. I think they win. I think they find a way to win 2 more games from here. I really do. It's not going to make you feel better because every loss is going to hurt. Every win is going to hurt too. But I think they win 2 games. I think they win 2 more games. So what did I put them at? Three
So,
wins.
so you go 3-10 up in the 3-9, 3-10. bruh, bruh, bruh. You go 3-10 up in this mug. It's on the table. That's on the table, dog.
Yeah, bro. They gonna have to. Yeah,
You go no,
it's gonna be nasty.
bro. You go 3-9, 3-10.
Cut the tape.
It's
Because I
on.
don't think you. I keep telling people this. I don't think you're gonna beat Florida. I just don't.
No,
I don't
bro.
think you're gonna beat Florida.
I've resigned. That. No, you're not beating Florida.
Yeah, I don't think you're gonna
We
beat Florida.
we joked all off season about how bad, like whatever, and come to find out, we were the Florida.
Yeah.
We look how we thought Florida was going to look.
It's crazy to see how untalented FSU is, though. It is insane. Like when people was talking about how they just needed to see some success and get a spark, and I was like, man, they're not gonna play Cal every week.
Yeah, yeah.
They're not gonna play Cal every week. There's no such thing as momentum. There's no such thing as momentum.
I'm saying it right now, man. Buddy, go 3-9, 3-10. It's on the table.
Yeah, but man, let me end this show. Hopefully, can find a way to do another podcast. But man, it's really hard to talk about this team. This is really disgusting stuff we're watching. This is bad football. Mike should be paying us to watch them play.
So
he should be sending out GoFundMe. He should fund everybody's watching experience. He need to be sending people a 30-piece of chicken wings, some beer, or whatever refreshments they like to their house. Like he need to be door dashing people food and drinks to watch this shit. This is disgusting stuff we're watching. Well, this is all-time bad FSU football that we're watching, and there's nothing that I look at that says it's going to turn around.
Yeah, and what's going to be interesting is what these crowds look like, because if this money starts drying up,
bro,
it's on.
Exactly. They can count the fans or not count the fans. It's ugly out here, bro.
No. I yeah, of course. But what I'm telling you is, like, they need these funds. They need these funds, man. A few large
no, for real though. He need to send people food, man, to their houses, man. He need to get everybody. He need to just send people stuff, man. Just DoorDash people stuff, man. He need to load up people Uber Eats cars, and this is ugly, man. This is some bad stuff. But man, I'm gonna sign off, man. Imma sign off, man. I'm praying for y'all. I'm praying for your families. Keep yourself sane.
Hey man. Oh, first of all, you put a hashtag fire Norvell on the timeline.
Bro, I'm the fire Mike Norvell guy. Everybody knows where I stand at.
Oh,
Everybody knows where I'm coming from.
okay, hold on. People, let's stop talking about Luke, bruh. Let's stop. Given the track record of what this man has done in that position, all I'm going to say is this: this is Luke's third year at that position.
Yeah, he hasn't
Third
played
year
quarterback
playing.
that long. He
Yes.
hasn't
So
played quarterback that long. That's why I don't know why people keep making it sound like he can just come in and be a baller. I'm like, this dude ain't
yeah,
even played quarterback that long. He was like a starting safety his freshman and sophomore year.
yeah, and that's what
And
I'm saying.
I'm not gonna say now. Maybe Luke is the next Josh Allen. Maybe next Josh Allen. Josh Allen was really raw, but I doubt it. Well, Mike Norvell track record, I doubt it.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, why y'all okay? Even if
Out of
he's that,
all the high school quarterbacks that he recruited, the only one that was really that's halfway decent is Luke Altmaier from that's at Illinois right now.
and,
None of those guys are any good. Duffy's not good.
and one could argue that Luke is what he is because he didn't stay here.
Yeah, that's true. But man, I gotta sign off, man. I can't do this all night.
You about to get on this
Can't.
do it all
I
night.
can't, man. I can't. I can't. I
All
can't.
right, man.
This is depressing stuff, man. This is and you know why? You know why it's depressing though, to be honest with you? It's not depressing because they suck, and it's depressing because they suck and there's no way out of it.
Because you gave this man $80 million.
And I told people last year, I said, man, when Nick Saban retire, I wouldn't be giving these coaches big contracts no more, man. I would stop
Thank
doing
you.
that.
That- I was talking to somebody. I said, man, you could have gotten away with 5 for 50 if you want to do it like that.
For real.
If you wanted to get this man 10 million, okay, we'll give you 5 years.
I'll give him 4 for 40. 4 for 40.
I mean, don't get me wrong. Yes, I'm cool with that. But 5 for 50, okay, cool.
Yeah.
But you on the hook for $30-something million more?
Yeah, man. It's not very smart.
Oh,
I expect better from Mike Alford. But anyway, man, let me end the pod. I appreciate you guys, man. Y'all keep subscribing. I want to start actually growing a pod, but I gotta do some other stuff to get to that point. So, I might have to change some of the structure of the pod so I can kind of grow it a little bit better. Get a
oh,
producer. But anyway, man, I'm praying for y'all.
hey,
And it's not y'all fault. It's nobody's fault in the fan base. Don't let people make you feel like you're the problem. Because you're not the problem. I keep telling people this. don't let
it's
don't
not.
let people on social media make you feel like you're the problem. You're not the problem. This isn't about you. This isn't about you. You didn't do anything wrong. All you did was wake up and watch football. You didn't do anything wrong.
Hey, y'all.
Whatever opinion you have, that's it's true. Whatever you feel, it's true. Don't let people tell you how to feel or what makes you a good person. You're a good person. Don't let people down you, man. That's all I'm gonna say, man. But I'm gonna end the pot on that, man.
Hey,
Go ahead, Brian. One last thing. Go.
last thing. Hey, just know this, No Nation. Baylor lost and Arkansas lost.
Nobody's coming to save us, bro. That life
Oh,
raft ain't gonna come. You'll
oh,
see. You'll see. You'll
this ain't
see.
about nobody coming. This ain't about nobody
Okay.
coming here.
We're gonna when they make their head coaching hires, you're gonna be like, damn, what happened? I'm like, yeah, man, ain't nobody coming, ain't nobody taking that, man. Who's gonna take that buyout? Who's
No,
gonna pay that buyout and then sign? Okay.
hey, here's what's gonna happen, dog. Here's what's gonna happen. They gonna waive that buyout.
I ain't waving that shit. All
Yeah,
right, man. But
they gonna waive it.
I know Jimmy Sexton.
But
You gonna pay.
no. Hold on. I'm not talking about fine. I'm talking about, hey, man. Hey, if them people from Baylor come talking, that may be a good fit for you.
Kevin. He think Baylor's gonna Kevin, it ain't happening. It ain't happening. This is like when your daddy catch you smoking a cigarette and he make you smoke the whole carton.
He gonna teach me a lesson. He gonna teach me a lesson. Oh,
Teach you a
no.
lesson. This is how you learn the lesson.
Oh, hey, in case we need a scandal to get Michael out of here.
You better get like ARP and start cooking them up.
Hey, they gonna be
Ain't nobody come and save you, FSU.
hey man, they're gonna be leaving like little packets of PCP and
It's gonna be
meth in Mike's car. You gonna get pulled
all
over.
right. Okay, man. It's gonna be a long winter. So y'all buckle up. All right, man. That's the podcast.
Hey,
Come on, not the whole podcast.
Baylor, do what needs to be done, baby.